Okay. Good morning, everyone. This is Chris from my girlfriend's quilt shop in Logan, Utah. And we decided that it might be fun today to do a Facebook Live and share with you this really great project that we're about to embark on and we want your help with. So it is called Piece a Tree, Spread Some Joy. Piece a Tree, Spread Some Joy. So what exactly is that? Well, at this Christmas time, there is nothing that can be harder on a person than the feeling of loneliness. And so we thought, you know what could we do that would help that out? What could we do that extends a hug, per se, to someone else who's not feeling so happy during the holidays? Because I know it can be a hard time of year as well. And so our team here at my girlfriend's quilt shop decided on a project that we could get everyone making and be able to give to someone else, because that's the key. So what is it? We are going to do this little paper piece tree. Now don't let it scare you. It's all good. Paper piecing is a lot of fun. In fact, I'm going to show you here in just a minute exactly how you can do it. And if you have any questions, we are live on Facebook, so be sure and ask away because we'd love to help answer your questions. So make sure and say hi out there. Tell us where you're coming from. And this is going to be a free pattern download on our website. So our website is mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com. And there, right on the homepage, you'll be able to download your free pattern to be able to start sewing right away. Now we're going to have kits available here at the shop for you to purchase if you'd like. But let's say you just have a lot of scraps, because I'm guessing a lot of you do. This is the perfect project to be able to make with the scraps that you have. So make sure and go through all those green scraps and find a cute background and piece a tree and spread some joy. So now we're also going to do this. We want to share the fun of this project on social media. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, doesn't matter where you're at. Share your pictures of what you're making, and maybe if you like, you could even share pictures of you giving them to someone else or telling us what you did with your paper piece tree. So are there any questions so far?
Karen says she loves this idea.
Hi, Karen. Thank you so much. I have to tell you, I've been so giddy about this since thinking about it and wondering, you know, this is the time of year when we want to make things and we want to spread joy by giving them away. And this project, honestly, will take you maybe 30 minutes tops, maybe. That's, I mean, you can literally get it done in 15 minutes or less. The more that you do, you're going to get faster and faster at this, and you'll be able to make a lot of them. And you can make them for, you know, I'm thinking about being able to take these to our local nursing home and giving these pillows away there so that those at the care center will have something that's going to bring a smile to their face. So I'm kind of excited about that. Can you think of someone that you would want to give it to? What about you, Mallory?
I think I'm going to make sure that my grandparents each get one.
Exactly. I love that. She's going to make sure her grandparents each get one. I think that is awesome. What about you out there? What about you, Cindy? Can you think of somebody who could use a little lift?
I think that is the cutest pillow that I would like to receive one myself. So I think it would be fine for anybody. It's just a cute little thing that says, I love you, I care about you, I'm remembering you.
Exactly. That's Cindy, and she's our official kit cutter and is doing some great things over there with getting all these kits ready for the holidays. So I'd love to hear from you out there in Facebook land. You know, do you have someone in mind that you think could use an extra lift this holiday season? So let us know, because your ideas are going to inspire us and to be able to think more outside the box.
Suzanne Sadler says she can't wait to make some trees.
Oh, yay, Suzanne. Suzanne up in Preston. All right, we're glad. So glad. Yeah, Suzanne, you'll get this done in
No
what am
time.
I saying? 30 minutes, but Suzanne will get them done in 5. Just knowing her.
Easy.
Exactly. So, are you ready to see how it's all comes together?
I think we're
Let
ready.
me show you. Okay. And again, if you have any questions, just let us know. First of all, you'll go to our homepage, and here you'll be able to find the link to Piece a Tree, Spread Some Joy. And here are all the directions on how to do just that. And you'll also receive the template to be able to paper piece on top of, okay? So you'll be able to download both of these so you can make as many copies of this as you want and make as many trees as you want.
Awesome.
We love that.
Oh, Rebecca Lowe 9 just said, "This is adorable. Coworkers and granddaughters are going to get some."
Ah, very nice, very nice. So I think they're super cute on a shelf, but even stuffed in a tree is really cute too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so come on over here, and we're just here in my office, and let's find out how this all goes together. The first thing you're going to do, notice it's on a big 8.5 by 11 piece, but I ended up cutting just around the outside. You don't want to cut directly on the line, okay, because we want to leave that to trim up afterwards. But I like working with a smaller piece of paper rather than the larger piece of paper. So that's the first thing I want you to do. Now we have all the cutting instructions on your sheet as well. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to piece the tree trunk. So A1. That's always the first one we start off with. And remember this, you're going to place your fabric on the back and sew from the front. I know that sounds a little odd. If you've never paper pieced before, this is going to wow you. You're going to be amazed. Now, all I had to do was I had to make sure that my first piece was larger than the trunk. Okay, so I could hold it up to the light. Let's see, over here I'm going to get a little bit better look, and I can visually see that, yep, it's bigger, so we're good. And this is the only time I'm going to use a glue stick, but I'm actually going to put just a dab of glue right in the center of that and place it right here.
Did you put the dab of glue on the right or the wrong side of the fabric?
Oh, good question. I put it on the wrong side. I want my right side of fabric to face up. Okay, so the right side to face up. That's a great question. The only time you have the fabric facing up is the first one. From here on out, I'm going to have the fabric face down. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I want to sew between A1 and A2. All right, so I'm going to lift it or pull it back over here. I'm going to take just a business card, a piece of cardstock, a credit card, anything that you have lying around, and I'm actually going to place that card between the A1 and the A2. I'm going to place it right on that line. This is just a little tip I share because it's so much easier to find that line of where to fold it if you put something there in its place.
Awesome. And Marilyn Snow just asked how we get the pattern. Today we're going to release it on our website and Facebook. So if you'll just wait for that, the pattern is...
It'll be up in just a few minutes. Yeah. Just right after we do this. Okay, so what I'm using is the add a quarter ruler. It has a lip on it, which is fabulous for paper piecing because see how it just rides along that fold. Now this is a nice to have. You don't have to have in order to complete this project, but it is a nice to have. Okay, so now I know that I have a 1/4 inch extended beyond there. So now I'm going to place my background piece right side down. Now this happens to be a woven, so it looks the same on both sides, but I'm going to put it right side down, and I'm going to put it right against the line, or excuse me, right against the edge of my fabric. Okay, and now I'm going to flip it over. If you didn't feel comfortable flipping it over, you could put a pin there, but I'm just going to hold it into place. I'm going to come over here to my sewing machine, and notice right here I'm going to shorten my stitch length to a 1.8 or a 1.6, somewhere around there. I want a shorter stitch length so that the paper peels off easily. It's like the needle will perforate that paper. And so definitely do that. The next thing I'm going to do is a reinforcement stitch at the beginning. If you don't have a reinforcement stitch on your sewing machine, doing a little back stitch a couple places will work just fine. And I'm going to stitch directly on that line between A1 and A2. And stop, do my reinforcement stitch, and I'm going to cut my threads and pull it out. Okay, so now you can see that I've stitched that line, and I'm going to just pull this over like this. I can finger press it. I have to show you this great little tool we have. This is the fabric folding pen. I love using it with paper piecing because I don't even need to take it to my iron. I just brush that along that seam, and look how nice that goes down. Okay, all right, so now I've done A1 and A2. I now have to go to A3. It's like doing a puzzle here. So I'm going to put my little business card right here between the line and fold over on top. See all that excess? I don't want to have all that in my seam. So that's why I'm going to take my add a quarter seam or add a quarter ruler and just cut it like that. Remove that. There we go. And now it's time for A3. A3 is also my background piece, so I'm going to flip this over and whoops, and line this up right against that edge, that raw edge. Remember, you're going to put right side facing down. Again, I could just hold it and flip it, or if you don't feel comfortable doing that, go ahead and place a pin. You just don't want the pin right next to the edge, okay? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to flip it back over. Do my reinforcement stitch. And sew. And cut. Okay, so now I've done both of those. I'm just going to pull this out and fold it over. Again, I'm going to just pull out my little fabric folding pin that I love so much, and I can finger press that down. Okay, any questions so far?
Let's see. No questions so far. If you have questions out there,
let
us know.
Okay, I won't do the whole thing, but I am going to do one more piece, and that's A4. So we've done A1, A2, A3. Now we're going to do A4. Again, I'm going to fold this line back, and I'm going to place my card here just so I have something to grasp onto. Yay, there we go. And I'm just going to trim that up. Okay, there we go. See how that gives that beautiful 1/4 inch? I love it. Okay, pull this up. And now I need to do A4, which is this cute piece of green. So I'm going to flip it over and right side down against the edge. I'm just going to hold on to it. Voila. Okay, so what am I going to do next, Mal?
You're going to press it open.
That's right. I'm just going to put my fabric folding pin along that seam. Again, you can use an iron if you have one. It's not going to hurt the paper or anything. And there we go. And we just keep building one step after another, and then pretty soon you're going to have this cute pillow.
Isn't that adorable? So fun.
It's way fun. So once you do that, you're going to, complete the paper piecing, and then there is a dotted edge around here. That's where you're going to trim that up to, okay? You're going to trim all around there so that it gives you that 1/4 inch seam allowance so that you don't chop off your points. Remember, don't cut on the solid line. You're going to cut on the dotted line outside, okay? And once we've done that, we're going to add our 1.5 inch strip border all around it. And then we're going to quilt it. So I'm going to pull out this little pillow. Okay. We're going to quilt it with just a piece of batting and your top. Then what I want you to do is you're going to take 2 pieces of fabric like this. Again, the measurements are on the pattern, and you're just going to hem it on both edges. Okay, I should say one edge on both of these, and then that folded edge, that hemmed edge, goes towards the middle. Okay.
Linda Hadley asked if it was an embroidery design. No, this is an original pattern.
This is for sewing.
Paper piecing.
Yeah, this is just for the sewing machine. That's a great question, Linda. All right, and then I treated it as if it were a quilt. So I then did my binding all the way around it, where I sewed it on the front first, flipped it over, and hand stitched my back. And now look, I have that opening for this great little pillow form. These are the 8-inch pillow forms from Kimberbell Designs, and they are perfect. You don't have to do any stuffing. They're already stuffed for you. So you just go ahead and just insert it in here. And we have these for sale on the website as well as in the store. So this is an 8-inch pillow form. We're just going to stuff it right in there, and your project is complete.
Perfect.
There we go.
Ready to go.
Cute, ready to go. So, any other questions?
Well, Kathy just again asked how to find the pattern.
Okay.
So we're going to post that right now, right
Yes.
after this video is over, and
Yes.
I will copy the link into the comment section of this
Oh,
video.
Great idea.
So you'll be able to get that shortly. We're so excited for you guys.
Yeah. All right. So join us in making a difference by spreading some joy this Christmas season, and make sure and use the hashtag Piece a Tree Spread Some Joy. So Piece a Tree, P-I-E-C-E, Piece a Tree Spread Some Joy. Tag us in it, tag My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop, because we want to see your photos of what you're making. You can do this right away. You can do this today. Just get out that machine and say, you know what? I'm going to do something for myself today. I'm going to make this, and I promise you, you're going to feel a whole lot better about everything, because you're going to give it away to somebody else, and you're going to make someone else's day. So, all right. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. And have a wonderful, wonderful, festive holiday season. We love this time of year here at Girlfriends. We'll see ya.